Hello, friends. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm glad that you are able to join me this morning. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's A Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So this morning, I'm going to show you how you can take some simple, generic items and upcycle them using some Couture products very inexpensively. While you're hopping on, if you wouldn't mind saying hi in the comments, tell me where you are watching from. I do need to apologize. I sound like I'm in a tin can. My ears clogged. I can't hear very well. I'll be snorting and coughing. I'll try to um, keep that down as much as I can, but sometimes it's not very controllable. So again, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Also, I want to let you know that I'm using StreamYard. It's an online platform, so I'm live in 3 locations this morning. I'm live on my Facebook business page, I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my crafty group, the Robin's A Blue Creations Crafty Collab. And I say that so that if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name and pic by clicking on the permission link in the description of the video. That way you show up under your name and not just Facebook user. So let's go to my comments, and I see that Donna is on this morning. Welcome. And I think Jason says he's watching from the other side of the door. Sorry, I had to scroll down. I couldn't see all my comments. Again, I apologize. I'm not hearing very well. I hope I'm not shouting. It sounds like I'm shouting to me. Something's up with my ear this morning, but no headache. I appreciate you letting me have some flexibility this past week. It's been a little rough. I brought some cooties home from a vendor event last week, and they have kicked me in the booty this week. So with that, I'm going to flip the camera so that we can go overhead so I can show you what we are doing this morning. And over here I have a little sneaky peek of a class that's coming up. So stay tuned for more information about that. If you watched a couple of weeks ago, you saw that I had a promo, one of those promotional reusable shopping bags. Well, I also received a really heavy duty, this is probably an 1/8 of an inch thick hardcover spiral notebook. Really nice lined spiral notebook. And I know Donna and Jason both know my fascination for notebooks. Even has a cute little calendar in the back. So I couldn't let this go to waste, but I definitely want to make it cuter than what it is on the front. So in similar fashion to how I upcycled the generic shopping bag, I'm also going to do the same treatment to this spiral notebook. So I have taken one of our banner pieces, and you can literally get some canvas, just like 1/4 of a yard of canvas from the any of your fabric stores. If you have a pair of Holy jeans, cut the jeans apart, and you can paste on the jean material and then adhere it to the front. I love chalking on jean material. So you need a piece of canvas. I would imagine even a piece of cotton would work, cotton fabric. You could even use like poster board. I kind of waffle between using black heavy duty cardstock or poster board, but I decided I wanted to go for the canvas look because I like it when it frays. So I picked out this transfer. Done is better than perfect. I thought it would be great for the outside of this journal cover. So this is a silkscreen reusable transfer, and because it's reusable about 8 to 12 times depending on how well you take care of it, I do want to denote the back some way. Done. So I'm just writing the name of the transfer on the back. That way, I'm just going to throw that one away because it's running out of ink. Excuse me. When I go to clean this transfer, I now know that this is the back side of the carrier sheet. So when I'm done and this is ready to be stored away, I need to put it back on the backer sheet on this side, and then I can put it away. And then I also, so I have my canvas, I have my transfer. I'm going to try these adhesive sheets. They're very similar to the fabric sticky sheets that I used for the reusable bag. So I'm going to be giving these a try. And then I have my 3 paste colors. I'm using Shimmer Eucalyptus. This I just discovered is in the last chance section. So this color is retiring. I also have Shimmer Rose Gold. And I have Shimmer Shadow, which is a Shimmer Black. Excuse me. So I have already partially taken apart my canvas for my cover. And this one's a little tricky because this logo goes clear over to the one side. So I think I determined that I want it to be 6 1/4. So I'll line it up exactly with this logo. And then this will give me about 1/4 of an inch to play with over here. That way the fabric doesn't mess with any of the spiral. And then I think I determined that it was going to be like 9 3/8 to 9 1/2. So I've already kind of pre-cut this, but I want to get rid of the finished edges because I like to have the raw edges showing. So I'm just going to snip a little bit. Oh, these scissors are terrible. And then I'm going to tear the rest of that off because I want that raw edge. And so we'll do the same thing this way. And you'll get lots of strings. And then I'm going to tear. I don't really need that edge. Excuse me. Bear with me. I know I sound weird. Okay. So I measured this to about 7. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. I'm just going to make a snip where I want it to be. So I've made my little snip right here. I'm just going to tear the rest of that off. So now I want my, I think we'll go 9 3/8. So I'm just using this as a guide. So I'm just going to snip right here. So I've snipped, and part of that won't be fringy, but we can always help it along. And you can kind of pull out some of these strings, and it'll definitely fringe as you go. Okay, and I forgot to grab my, you don't necessarily need an ink mat for this, but you'll notice it does have a few fold lines. So the nice thing about ink mats is that it does help stabilize your fabric and it helps smooth it out. So you notice as I smooth this onto this sticky mat, all of those folds kind of smooth down. Okie doke. 9 3/4. That's funny. Did I say 9 3/4? I meant 9 3/8. Okay, so if you've watched before, normally I fuzz the transfers as I'm using them, but when you're working on fabric, even though I am using paste today, I still want to get as good of an adhesion as possible, so I'm not going to fuzz. Today, I'm just going to stick it down. But I am going to find the center from top to bottom. So I'm lining up the words that are on the the Ralph Waldo, oh wait, it's not Ralph Waldo, Sheryl Sandberg at the bottom, and the Done at the top. Because I can see through this transfer, I'm just kind of lining them up a little bit, and then I'm going to pinch my transfer in the middle, and that kind of gives me a middle mark from top to bottom, and kind of eyeball. You could also measure, which we can do. So that's about 2 inches, and that's not 2 inches. So you need to bring the top down just a tad. No, I need to bring I did that backwards, I think. No. Sorry. Too much cold medicine. I can't think this morning. It's close enough. It does not have to be perfect. See, done is better than perfect. So I just want to smooth it down really well. I'm just going to burnish wherever my silk screen is. So let's open up our paste colors. Again, I have Shimmer Eucalyptus. I have Shimmer Rose Gold. And I have Shimmer Shadow. I'm just going to grab a couple of squeegees. I should have grabbed those ahead of time. So I think kind of looking at it on camera. So I know I'm going to do the lines black. I have these 3 lines. So now I just need to determine whether I want to do every other one, like rose gold, eucalyptus, rose gold, eucalyptus, or if I want one bold word in rose gold and one bold word in eucalyptus. Decisions. I think I'll do both bold words. I think we'll do eucalyptus, rose gold, eucalyptus, rose gold, just because this is more on my, oh, you say both, Donna says both bold words and rose gold. Well, I could do that. Based on the embellishments I chose, because we do also have to embellish this. That might work better. So, per Donna's suggestion, we'll do rose gold, eucalyptus, rose gold, eucalyptus, and then I'll come in with black on the lines. So I'm just dipping my squeegee into the chalk paste. This is just chalk in liquid form. It does dry semi-permanent. It dries hard to the touch. And normally on fabrics you would want to use ink, especially like I used ink on that beach bag because it's probably going to be around water. But this time I'm just choosing to use paste. 1, because it's easy, and 2, I think it'll be okay on this journal. So I'm just taking my squeegee And with a light touch, I'm going to drag it up and down the silk screen area on the work done. And if you're worried about going into the line, sometimes I like to move my project back and forth. This way I'm chalking away from, excuse me, the area that I don't want to go into. See a little piece that I missed up here. Because these shimmer pastes have a little bit more dry time than the chalk does, I am going to go on and I'm going to do the next line. I'm going to do that in eucalyptus. And I'm kind of waiting to see how much the paste absorbs into the fabric, because I may need to go back. So I think while I've got that done, I'm going to flip it to the side and I'm going to use the detail tool because it has a really small squeegee. And I'm going to get this line, actually. I try to do black at the end because I just end up making a mess with it. And it's just easier to do it at the end, but I'm kind of going to do it as I go, I think, today. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the word perfect. Just about went too far, so I'm going to flip it over. And I'm just going to even out my squeegee lines. And then we'll go on to our black. Hopefully I didn't wait too long. Okay, so now let's see what we have. Oh, that is so sparkly. So I'm just going to lay that over there, that transfer. Now we can clean all of these. So I'm just wiping the excess back into the jar. Move those out of the way. Okay. Let me hold that up. Can you see any of that shimmer? I don't know how well that's. It's so sparkly. Okay, now let's give it a good dry. Sorry, could you hear me chomping on my cough drop? Jason says beautiful. Bonnie says she loves it. Okay, so the question of the day, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, and I hope you can hear me over this, tell me which type of firework you like better. Are you a fountain person? Are you a fountain person? Are you an aerial firework person? Or are you just kind of a, I don't like the loud noises, give me a sparkler person? So pop that down in the comments. Donna has a question. If you didn't, she's asking, if you didn't have a fancy air dryer, what's the air dry time? For typical paste, about 5 minutes. But these shimmer pastes do take a little longer to dry. So don't get impatient and stick your finger in them because you'll leave a fingerprint. So about 5 or 10 minutes. Donna says she loves aerial fireworks. Good question, Miss Donna. On the dry time, to elaborate on that, if you're using ink, my preference is I leave my ink projects overnight. Some designers will speed up that process with like a quick dry tool, a hair dryer, or a heat tool. But I just prefer to make sure that they're good and dry, so I air dry all my ink projects overnight. But for paste, it dries fairly quick, 5 minutes. I think that's dry. But I'm going to go, before we start to adhere that, we'll go on and we'll make our tassel, and then we'll put it all together. So there is our cover. So it'll kind of go like this, and it'll just keep fraying wherever we don't put the adhesive sheets. So while that's hanging out there, in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and move my mat out of the way because we don't really need it. So I pulled out just a bunch of yarn that I thought might work. I have some scrap bandana pieces. These might work to tie. I also have just some plain cream yarn. I found some sheer ribbon, some sheer black organza ribbon. And then the only rose gold I happen to have, because it's not my particularly favorite color, is this wide ribbon. And we'll see. We may have to cut it in half, but we'll see if it works. So my first thought was, I like to tie things to my spirals, but that can sometimes get in the way of the notebook actually opening and closing. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just make a big tassel, kind of like what I did for the beach bag. Jason says he likes both both fireworks fountains if you're shooting them off because it's hard to see your own aerials. That's true. I like the fountains. I'm a safe kind of girl. The aerials scare me to death because we've had quite a few that have gone the wrong way, particularly towards me. We've had a few that went off about 5 feet off the ground. So those aren't kind of fun. So give me a sparkler and a fountain any old day, and I'm good. Okay, so let's make a tassel, and just trying to figure out. I think we'll make it longer than we need to. So I'm just going to wad up a bunch. I like to use tassel makers, but you can certainly do this. There are lots of ways to make a tassel. So I'm just going to get a bunch of strands going. I'm going to make it longer than I need it, just because you can always cut it off. Jason says he told the green ball of terror story at work yesterday. It was horrifying. We were in the backyard at my in-laws' house in Topeka, and the boys shot off an aerial that was supposed to go up. Well, instead of going up, I think I have too much talking. Instead of going up, it came straight back at us and exploded in the other opposite corner of where they were shooting it off of, which is actually where we were all sitting. And as it's coming towards us and exploding, I'm trying to get into the screen door, which is about 2 feet away from me. I think that's going to be too bulky. I about ripped my fingers off trying to get into the door as it's exploding, literally 5 feet from me. It was not fun. And I've been terrified. I was already terrified of things malfunctioning. That just made it worse. Plus, I don't like the loud noises. They've always hurt my ears. So I'm usually the one with the ears plugged. Okay, so there's that. No. Let's try to tear off this finished edge of this bandana strip. And we'll add it in. I think we'll do the same to this one. So I'm just tearing this, cutting a little snip at the finished edge, and then literally we'll tear that off. Okay, so then let's add in some of this black, which that's too much. Oh, I guess that's all we're going to get. That was a small roll. And I think I want to, I don't know. We'll try it. I don't know. If it ends up being too wide, I can always maybe trim it while it's in the tassel. We'll see. I'm not going to put very many in. It may end up being too wide. This may be that might be a bit too big, but go big or go home, right? So I think I probably need to cut. I'm just making a big old mess, by the way. If you thought I was doing anything remotely organized. I'm just going to cut this in half and then that way I can put it on the other half over here to kind of spread some of the color out. This may end up being a big old mess, but we'll see. Let's do it this way. I think this is going to be the easiest way to do it. It's going to be a lot shorter than I anticipated, but so I'm going to tie it in half. I was kind of hoping it would be a little longer, but I'm going to tie it not that tight. Take two. Tied it a bit too tight. Okay, so that will go on the inside. And I probably should have put one of these to the top side. Let me see if I can wedge this through the top side. Let's see. Can I use this as a needle threader maybe? Need a crochet hook. That's not going to work. I should have put this through before I tied it, but we'll get it in there. Got it. So this will be my little hang piece, and then I'll give it a tie. And then we'll kind of smooth everything out as best as we can. Yeah, this isn't going to be nearly as long as I was hoping, but and then we'll use this piece to tie around to kind of make the ball of the tassel. So then we'll tie that, and then we'll start trimming everything off at the bottom. Hey, Miss Ashley. Sorry, I don't know when you hopped on, but I'm making a mess of this tassel. Okay. I gotta get different scissors because these are terrible. My gold scissors are up by a couch. Does anybody have some big plans this weekend? Actually, I was asking earlier, the question of the day is if you like fireworks, what are your favorite kind of fireworks? Do you prefer the fountains? Do you prefer the aerials? Or are you a wimp like me and prefer the sparklers? So now I'm just kind of cutting all of the pieces that I had looped. If I can find them all. In fact, there. No, I don't need my good scissors, thanks, though. These will work. These are actually my ribbon scissors, but those gold scissors cut everything, so those gold scissors are magic. I think I got everything cut. I didn't get it all dispersed very well because all of my rose gold pieces are on the inside, but okay, so now I'm going to try to give it a good trim. Actually, Jason, can you bring me my gold scissors? That way I have to do a little less hacking on the bottom. Ashley says she likes the fountains. I do like the fountains. Thanks. Okay, so these are the magic scissors. I get them on Amazon. They're fantastic. In fact, I have two pair. I have a pair for paper and a pair for everything else. Okay, so I have a weird one here. But I'm never probably going to find it to pull it through. Oh, I might be close. Nope. I've got a weird lumpy bumpy one. I'm just trying to find it to see if I can pull it through. That may never happen. We'll go on. Okay, anyway, let's trim. So I kind of like to gather everything and then just kind of cut as straight across as I can. Okay. So here's our tassel. I actually ended up with all of the rose gold pieces on the inside. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now let's adhere. I was just explaining this notebook came with that bag that I upcycled a few weeks ago. It's a really nice notebook, but you know, I had to give it the old Robin and Chop Couture spin. So I took a piece of our canvas banner, but I think it would be really cute with a pair of, if you have a holy pair of jeans from your kiddos or from your own stash, just cut a piece that will fit the front of your notebook. And then I have some of these sticky sheets. They're very similar to the fabric ones that I used for the bag. And these are 8 by 5 1/4. And they'll actually, well, I forget though. I think I have it going straight over to the edge. So I'll need it to go edge to edge on the sides, but I think I'll leave a little gap on the top and the bottom just to give it room to fray. So probably should have left my mat on, but we'll figure it out. So I'm just going to measure. I don't normally measure, but six and a quarter, and this doesn't want to work. So we'll just eyeball it. And that's too big. Just going to cut a skosh more off, and then we'll use that as our guide. So this is just double-sided adhesive. I'm doing a terrible whack job, but you get the point. Donna says, that's Craft and Donna style, winging it. Yep, I'm good at winging it. I think you just get to a point where, I mean, you just kind of, you don't have to measure. You can kind of just eyeball things. I mean, I even know at work, like if I have to make 25 copies of something, it's not a rarity to actually grab 25 pieces of paper. You just kind of get a feel for things. You kind of get an eye for what you need to do, especially if you do it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so this is just double-sided adhesive, just like the fabric fuse was for the bag. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to peel one side off for now. Jason says, okay, you may be able to do that. I cannot. There's some stuff that you do, Jason, that you do routinely that you can, it just kind of happens naturally. Okay, I'm going to get out my paste scraper. Oops. I'm not going to use that side. Still have some gunk left over from the project we did the other day, which I need to show you that bottle. I added some more text from the Kickstart transfers. It turned out really cute. Speaking of Kickstart, Couture has extended the $59 designer kit price through, I think I read, through July 13th. So they still have some designer kits left for the Creative Kickstart program. So if you've ever thought about joining, there's still time to get the kit at the $59 level. So I'm just trying to burnish this so that my sticky back paper will release easier. It's kind of a paper crafting tip. It's also, if you use any kind of vinyl decals or anything, if you burnish the backer paper, it will release easier. Jason says sleep, maybe. He thinks he does sleep enough that he can literally do it in his sleep. So I'm just peeling the backer paper off. So now I have the sticky on this, and actually I'm going to cover part of this back up until I get it lined up where I want it, and then I'll pull it off. Because I really need to make sure that I get it. And actually, I want to line the bottom up first. So I want to make sure I get it good. I need to get it to where it covers up that part of the logo. Ooh, those stick really well. Okay, don't wing it like this. It's a terrible idea. Okay, so I've got that part stuck down. And you can just keep pulling strings out as you go. That's really why I wanted to use a piece of fabric of some sort, because it will continue to unravel. And if you're worried about it needing to be stuck down, you can put your backer paper back over it and gently burnish it down if you need to. But I got it it's pretty solid on there. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so let's add our tassel, which I may end up redoing. We'll see. I'm just going to tie it onto the top. You could add a cute little, if you found a little rose gold charm, that would be really cute, tied to the tassel. Let's try that again. I think I'll just do a knot. Cute little farmhouse beaded tassel would be cute, or just a little string of farmhouse beads painted in similar colors. Like you could use, let's pull out, I bet you could get away with, I'm still here. Even if you did these in shimmers, you could get away with painting your beads in Sunset Drive, which I do think this one is also in Last Chance, and eucalyptus, and do like a little bead strand right here would be really cute. I may actually hunt the tassel and do that. We'll just have to see. But here is our cute little notebook. Still works, still functional, just looks a lot cuter than when we started. Okie doke. And I'll show it to you this way too. So there is our notebook. Done is better than perfect. Cute little tassel. Get you a cute little rose gold pen to go with it. Donna says she loves it. Okay, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. I have not listened to our, as a designer, we get a video every month that talks about specials, but I will try to walk you through as much as I know. Ashley says she loves it. Such a good idea to spruce up a notebook. Excuse me. I thought so. So be cute on just a composition notebook as well. And you could punch a hole like in the corner of the composition book and add a cute little tassel. Lots of great ideas. So I'm going to share my screen. I haven't done this for a while, so bear with me. Okay. Let's take... We'll leave that on. Okay. I do know that I believe there are 5 kits. And if you go to my chalk site, chalkcouture.com/RobinsEggBlue Creations, and that's up here in the address bar. Make sure my name is over here in the right-hand corner. So it says members get more. Club Couture members get 40% off of the Super Summer Savings Kits. Regular customers get 30% off. Club Couture members get 40% off. And so if you go up here went too far, where it says shop, and then go over here to kits. So you have the Summer Savings Kit, and it comes with 3 paste singles and a squeegee. Oh, that one's the chocolate one. You have this Summer Savings Kit, which is Shell Yeah, and it also comes with 3 paste singles. The Summer Savings Kit labels, so you get the 2 label transfer, or the 2 label phrases transfers, the label transfer, 3 paste singles, and a squeegee. You get actually there's more than, no, there's 5. You get the Summer Savings Kit Anywhere. I have not done this one. Did I? I've done one of them. This one is the Anywhere. It also comes with 3 paste singles. Here's the Beach. That was the one that I used for the shopping bag. It turned out really cute. It comes with 3 paste singles and a squeegee. And then this one is the Characters. It is emotionally attached to fictional characters. So if you're a book reader, that one's a super cute transfer. So these are all at 30% off. Club Couture members save 40% off of those. So that's a really good deal. So again, chalkcouture.com/RobinsEggBlue Creations. Come up here to shop and click on kits. Also, I wanted to show you a little bit of Last Chance. So if you come over here to where it says Last Chance, a bunch of the summer transfers are in the Last Chance section. There's also some new paste colors. If you're into the gnomes, if you didn't get any of the like the lemon garland kit, the bloom kit. See, there's Shimmer Eucalyptus. I mentioned that earlier. Shimmer Orchid. I haven't even used that color yet. Sunset Drive, Dusky Blue. Some of the new pastes are, the newest pastes are in Last Chance. The vintage truck stuff. So lots of cool things are in Last Chance. So let's stop sharing that. Oops, wrong one. And then I just wanted to share a couple of things with you. Again, I touched on the designer kit is still at $59 through July 13th. There are many ways to work your designership. It does not have to be a business. You can get the discount as a hobbyist just to make your own fun things to gift away. You can be a designer to get the discount to make finished goods to sell. You can be a designer to get the discounts to host classes. And you can be a designer to build a team and earn money that way as well. So if you want any information about that, put kits in the comments below. Also, our Club Couture transfer is new as of yesterday. The Very Sweet Days of Summer. The 3 paste packets with that are Black Velvet, Candy Apple, and Eucalyptus. That is $19.99 a month. It comes shipped directly to your mailbox as a DIY subscription kit. There is a 3-month minimum commitment, but you can cancel at any time after the 3 months are up. Also, as a club member, you get $5.99 flat rate shipping. You also this month get 40% off of those summer kits that are in the kit section. If you are local to me, you may have seen that I posted I am hosting a sunflower sign class on Saturday, July 16th. And let's take that off and I will give you a sneak peek of what it looks like. I've had it over here in the corner. It might not be this particular surface, but it will be a 12 by 12 surface. So you'll get to paint the sunflowers and then you will adhere them to you'll paint your surface, you'll paint the products that are used to make the sunflowers, and then you'll put your sign together. And it's super cute. It was really fun to make, super easy. And who can guess what the sunflowers are made of? Can anyone take a guess? I'll hold it up again. Do you know what those were made with? Anyone want to take a gander? Wood. Close. They are wood, but they're these wood biscuit joiners. Let me go overhead. So they're these wood biscuit joiners, and they're in 2 sizes. So they're technically, when you have 2 pieces of wood that you want to join together, you cut a slot in each side of the wood, and then these get glued into those slots, and so that's how you join 2 pieces of wood together. But have a lot of detail on them, which makes for a really cute sunflower. So each sunflower is made with those biscuit joiners, and then there's some wood beads in the center of the sunflowers, and then a little bit of twine, and there you go. So I think it's going to be super fun. It's really easy. I can't wait. So I do have that. Just over here talking to myself. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. I just was saying that I hope to maybe do a surprise pop-up show tomorrow. We'll see what kind of energy I have. I overdid it yesterday, and then I paid for it last night. So that's what happened last night. But I owe you a few lives, so be looking. I might surprise you tomorrow. I might even surprise you Monday, but it will definitely be back to regular schedule on Wednesday. I appreciate you giving me a lot of flexibility this past week. I am feeling a little better today. I'll be doing a lot of couch crafting, so I don't want to overdo it. And I will see you definitely next Wednesday, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. I hope you have a great 4th of July. I hope it's safe. I hope you have a lot of fun. And thanks for watching today. See you later.